Hello and welcome to another episode of Gyro Plays into the Gyro Gungeon. Let's go play as a gunslinger. We need 12 more shambling rounds. That might not seem like a lot, but it is. It is, because you only get like a certain amount per run. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, hope you're doing okay today. I apologize early and often about the how short the last run was. It was like 13 minutes or something like that. But yeah, I figured, you know, it was one of those moments where I was just like, should I post it or yeet it, or what should we do with this thing? And yeah, we just posted it because why not? Let me drop the sensitivity of this mic real quick. It's going all kinds of insane. The little voice line thing on the right side. Okay, we're good. Let's go. So how am I? How are you? Yeah, I'm gonna let you speak first. Hope you're doing all right. We've got a lot of content going through the channel, lots of stuff on the Twitch side. I feel like we're back in full swing. I feel good. It's a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've been in this kind of like a role in, I want to say like a year and a half. But I think the last time we were like making stuff, like streaming every single day almost, I think that was when Warframe was pretty big. And I really wanted Overwatch to kind of be that same thing, but it, like, to be honest, it's not as big as I thought it would be. But it's still been a lot of fun to stream, especially on the Switch, especially working on my gyroscopic controls, etc., etc. Now, waiting for all my friends to finally pick up Overwatch on the Switch, but they're pretty much like, yeah, I don't wanna. But you know what? It's fine, because honestly, playing solo queue and chatting with everybody, eventually, like, maybe once or twice in a game, actually having some solid plays, you know, it's not bad. It's not a bad feeling. It's one of those games that I'm pretty comfortable with, so I like it. You know, it's not like Rocket League or anything like that, where I'm pretty much left in the dust. You know, there really is like a huge difference with Rocket League and Overwatch in terms of like competitive play. Like there's a couple things that you can really easily mess up and have your team lose for it in Rocket League. And I guess you could say the same thing in Overwatch, but it's more like one, you have 5 people instead of just 2, depending on which mode you're playing on in Rocket League, obviously. Yeah, so you have that kind of security blanket as well, but also, like in Overwatch, I mean, you mess up. I guess like it all boils. It all I can't even say it anymore. It all boils down to hold on. All right, the map does work. Okay, good. Yeah, it all boils down to like how comfortable I am with Overwatch versus Rocket League, and I thought I was pretty comfortable with Rocket League, but I think it's more of like the evolution of the game. I kind of missed it. Like when I played it pretty heavily, nobody was doing aerials. You know, I was one of the first ones that's like, hey, if you get up in the air and over the other car, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. And nowadays it's like a, you know, whoever gets to the ball first wins. So it's yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. Let's just put it that way. I know Hype is listening to this like, but Rocket League is so good. It's so much better than Overwatch. Got him. Yeah, I mean, like structurally speaking, let's try not to skip syllables. I do agree to most of that. What is with skipping syllables? Like linguistically speaking, why does somebody who like say didn't learn English as their first language, why would they skip syllables? Is my brain thinking faster than my mouth? I mean, even if English was your first language, maybe it's just like it might just literally be that. Like I'm trying to talk faster than my mouth is able to. The Scouter's awesome. Because we don't need to do that. You know, we've got a lot of space to fill when it comes to these videos. I mean, obviously not in the last episode. And so it's really a matter of, I guess, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's just how my brain processes things. I want to talk about this thing and get through it and get to the next one. You know, I kind of like that's how I deal with issues. That's how I deal with problems in my life in general. I'm just like, okay, how can we solve this? All right, can we just do that now? All right, solve, done, good, go, next. This is gonna take longer. Okay, so let's push this back until we can beat all these easier ones first, and then okay, here we go. We got some time for the big issue. Let's put some time into this one, and we're good. Okay, good. Next. that's honestly like how my brain processes a lot of these a lot of the things that I go through in life in general. So, you know, there's a little bit of a inside the mind of X person. It helps me, like, as someone who, I'm not sure if like classically speaking, if I'm task oriented. Classically speaking. Like someone who is task oriented is probably gonna be like, nah, that dude's a bum. Because I literally don't have a list in front of me when I'm doing things. I'm just like, all right, what's wrong now? All right, let's do that. Yeah, check that off the list. Next. You know, I might go through, like I might actually be able to get more things accomplished. It's just not in an orderly fashion, you know? I kind of like chaos a little bit. And a lot of people don't like that. People don't like working with chaos. Like you want a schedule, you want how things are supposed to be done, etc., etc. Like when they're expecting things to be done. But a lot of times they're gonna be like, oh wow, how did you get all of that? You know, it's you take the good with the bad. I feel like there's a lot of things, not just corporately speaking, but like just in the general public, like just because of how like school is formulated, you know, like an emphasis on being on time. Like being on time, I feel like is a little bit overrated in terms of someone being a reliable employee / like reliable worker in general. And maybe that's because it's something that I'm bad at. I mean, not since the baby, obviously, because my life's been on a pretty tight-knit schedule. But like, it's one of those things that seems a little bit more arbitrary than actual skill to get something done. It does show like drive. It shows, you know, that you're willing to be on a pattern and you're prioritizing something. You're prioritizing your job. You know, it's important to you, etc., etc. But you could also show that by being dedicated to it, or like staying with that position for a long time. You know, there's just a lot of things that you could pay attention to otherwise, you know? And I'm not speaking as someone who has been a manager, so maybe you're like, oh, this guy's a bum, just like the task-oriented people. You know, it's a matter of personalities, and a lot of personalities that end up being on the top of the food chain are probably people who kind of find it easy to be on top of their schedule. You know, people that that find it easy to be like they figure out their role really quickly, and they're like, all right, this is how I move to the top of the food chain. You know, not everybody has that kind of goal in mind whenever they join a company or like anything like that. This might sound a little bit ranty. It's ever since middle school and high school, man. It's just always been drilled into your brain, and I'm kind of, like I said, I'm like, I enjoy chaos a little bit. I like the tension that it brings, and like procrastinating to the last minute and to see what kind of like awesome job that I can do because of that. But I also do like doing stuff way before. You know, I did both of those at school. When I was in high school, a lot of times I would be like, all right, I'd rather play some games. But a lot of times when I got an assignment, you know, like I take a look at it, and I know exactly what to do with this, so I knock it out, and I pretty much asked to turn it in the next day, and the teacher's like, no, it's due from a month from now. You're insane. But yeah, just not been a fan of pattern, you know. I know this might sound kind of insane, because here I am with daily uploads. That's kind of a pattern, isn't it? But I don't record these in the same day at the same time all the time, you know? Like, a lot of these videos are made after a stream, or all at once, you know? It's just, I kind of thrive off of like the randomness. But then again, I do like some patterns, so it's just I do like living in a rhythm sometimes, and I don't know. I guess, to be honest, like in the conclusion of all of that, like getting that out of my chest, it's tough being me. I have a tough life. It's tough to please my, let's not phrase it that way. It's, my brain is hard to compute. Because when you think about your own brain, you'd think that it would, like, short circuit. Maybe your brain is short circuiting right now. This is your brain on drugs. I mean, like, when you think about how you think about things, does that make sense? So when you think about how you think about things, I think that's just like psychology in general. Yeah, mine's all over the place, to be honest. It's really hard to gather my thoughts on something. But when I do, I feel like I come out with something pretty nice, you know, something unique, and I like that. I feel like a lot of people, like I feel like I thrive in environments where I can be like neutral on something, and then kind of give thoughts on both sides. Maybe I should have been like a mediator. I don't know. What jobs are? What jobs involve mediating? It doesn't sound fun because I'm an introvert. So like, I literally don't want to be in the middle of what is that, like marriage counseling? I don't know, man. I did go to college for psychology for a second there. Like for wanting to be like a counselor or like I don't know. I think I might have just been following in my brother's footsteps. Like thinking about it in hindsight, I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to just deal with other people's problems. I can barely deal with mine. Oh man. Oh, it's the rat room. Let's go. Wow, I don't know how we juked that one. Pretty proud of it though. Okay. Yep, so it's over here. Let's just clear this. And we're clear. We need to get enough money for a key. Save 2 blanks. We're good. We're good. Hold on. Okay, wait, let's fill up this crossbow. The shot bow is really nice. Okay. Did we? We didn't clear it. Let's make sure that that shows up on the map because I don't want to forget. Don't want to forget. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. Who did that song? Okay, clearing all of you. Die, please. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Who is that, McCree? McCree is attractive to most girls, right? Or if any of you guys are attracted to guys. Is McCree attractive? I think it's just the accent, right? Like, for some reason, southern accents are just like, they make you feel like at home and safe. Thank you kindly. For some reason, I'm thinking James Marsden. And then I'm like, why? He's Cyclops from X-Men. Oh, Westworld. It's totally Westworld. Okay. Well, for some reason, James Marsden is now the cowboy in my head. He used to be Heath Ledger. Let's not get into that. Listen. Before he was a good Joker, he was a good Joker. I can't say it. I couldn't say it with a straight. Well, you can make like a billion jokes there. Let's not do that. All right, so where are we going here? Whoa. Oof. Dude, Brokeback jokes are so like 2000s. To be honest, like I don't think I've heard a Brokeback joke in like since 2012. Oh man, I can't believe we're almost at the end of a decade either. Like there was so much that happened in the 2010s. Like people talking about the new PS4 or PS5 coming out. It's just it's insane to me because I feel like I remember vividly the PS4 coming out and like picking one up the second week somehow. Yes, the second week. Yes, I did not pre-order it. So I had no inkling of like being able to purchase it at all, but I had a contact within a Target store who notified me whenever whenever the pre-orders were lifted. It was awesome. It was a good time. You gotta have contacts in your life like that, you know? It's very helpful. Come on, going to the C4. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, we're good. We're good. We did get hit, so no master round for us, but we just wanted to make sure that we were able to... Wait, did we kill any shambling rounds? I was not paying attention, but I don't think I saw any shambling rounds, unfortunately. So do we have to make it to hell? We do have to make it to bullet hell. Well, it is what it is. Let's see if we can face the rat, face our fears. What do we get from here? Oh, wow, these guys show up so much. Like a extremely high frequency. The shot grub is awesome though. Okay, so we got flak bullets and we got the machine fist avalanche of bullets. Very discreet reference to Final Fantasy VII. Alright, let's do this. Let's see, when this video comes out, I think Pokemon is coming out at midnight. I don't know how many of you guys are picking it up, but I'm excited for it. There's a lot of controversy about it. And most of the controversy on the internet, especially on Reddit, it is on the boycott side. It's the year of the boycotts, to be honest. Everybody just wants to be negative. Everybody just wants to be on the side that's I guess publicly, like, generically correct, but it's mostly like ignorantly correct. Like so the side that like doesn't know anything about the other side, and they're just making a lot of guesses. So let me just give a little bit of background. Like, this is Game Freak's first Switch game. You know, a lot of people are citing, hold on, I actually don't know which way to go here. We do exclamation point rat in my chat. Let's see what see if it shows up. Down, right, down, up, down, up, down, right, down, right. All right, so down first. Down, right, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's not too bad. But yeah, so Game Freak is they put out Little Town Hero recently, but it was mostly contractors that worked on that. So a lot of people are already citing that they put, you know, a lot of their team went over to do their own thing instead of work on the Pokemon game. So that's fuel to the flames. Okay. Next thing, people are saying that like the Dexit is what people are calling it. Is lots of Pokemon are missing from this version of the game, and Game Freak went out and said that that they're doing that because programming the Pokemon, it takes quite a bit. You know, the 3D animation on the Switch itself, it's something that they're not used to, and they just wanted to, you know, provide the transparency that the fans deserve, only for the fans to go, you guys are lying to us. You guys don't like your fans, and that's an idiotic thing to say because the fans are what provide the money. And you might be like, well, the fans are also blindly purchasing a game that's not finished, etc., etc. All these bugs are showing up because the streamers are streaming it. First of all, it hasn't hit the day one patch yet. You know, every single game that comes out nowadays just has that that day one patch that fixes all the bugs, and that hasn't hit yet. You know, why not give it, you know, watch the streams after that and see if it's fixed. You know, I'm not like I'm not 100% for like pre-ordering games, unless you're like 100% guaranteed that it's in your. Like, I pre-ordered Bumbo because I knew that it was going to be a properly made game, and I'm into Puzzle Quest. I'm into Binding of Isaac. It's just, it was an easy purchase, especially at 15 bucks. But this is a $60 game. You know, unless you're 100% sold that you need Pokemon on your Switch, then don't buy it. I personally do need Pokemon on my Switch, so maybe there's a better version that comes out in the future. Maybe there's a better episode of Gungeon that comes out in the future, but oh man, thank you for watching though. Hope you enjoyed that end of the video rant. Hit that like button if you did indeed like the if you like the button. Yes. If you like the video, hit that like button and hit that sub button if you want to watch future episodes. I'll see you on the next one. See ya.